SuperTalk.com. You'll see I got Tanya in the studio, which means it's Friday here on Good Things to talk about movies. Ghostbusters. That's not coming out. That already came out, right?
But a goodie.
An oldie, but a goodie. You know, I never saw the remake of it, but I hear it was well, you shared with us, but I can't remember now how long ago that was. It's still hearing decent things about it.
I've heard rumblings of another remake, so
if it makes money, they'll make another one.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, well, fortunately, we have all originals this weekend.
That hadn't happened in a while.
I know. And there's a lot to choose from. So, you know, if you don't have anything else to do, I think you'll find something to see at the theater. The first one is Black Adam, which stars Dwayne Johnson. It's the latest DC superhero come to life. And this character is actually, I think, supposed to be kind of like an evil version of Shazam, and was supposed to be introduced, his backstory, origin story, was supposed to happen in the Shazam movie that came out a few years ago. And that one, they have a sequel coming up, I believe in December. But The Rock got involved and said, you know what? I think Black Adam's story is too big and Shazam's story is too big. Let's not clutter one movie with both of their backstories. So they each got their own movie.
How nice.
Yeah, and Shazam did really well, and I thought it was one of the better DC movies I've seen, so I have high hopes for Black Adam. I think it'll be good. It's got a great cast in addition to Dwayne. Pierce Brosnan's in it, so it's hard to go wrong with him.
Have you seen this one?
I have not seen it yet. It is PG-13 too, so I would think it's probably in the same vein as all the other action movies, you know, superhero movies. As far
I don't know how I feel about him being not nice.
Oh, I know.
But you think you're going to end up liking him anyway?
Yeah,
because he's The Rock. You can't not like him.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be a twist, and I know nothing about this character. We were briefly introduced to him in Shazam, just as you know, they were kind of going back, talking about the gods and how Shazam got his powers and all of that, and so you saw kind of an image of Black Adam, and it was The Rock's face, kind of, because at that point they knew he was going to be playing the character. They were probably already getting ready to film at that point. But the other big movie this weekend that I have seen, and I'm happy to say I loved it, is Ticket to Paradise.
Yay!
So
glad you like it.
I know. It's like, you know, even the best movies usually have one little section where you feel like, okay, this is a good time to go to the bathroom. Or you tell your friends, hey, when you go see it, when this happens, that's a good time to go to the bathroom. But this one kept me engaged the whole time. Like, there were no lulls. It was just nonstop comedy, and then heartwarming. I cried. I went through every emotion pretty much. But George Clooney and Julia Roberts have teamed up again. We've seen them in the Ocean series, Ocean 11, and some other movies together. But they obviously are friends in real life, and you can see it on the screen. Their chemistry is just incredible. But they're a divorced couple who cannot be in the same room with each other. They just bicker. And their daughter graduates college or law school. She's getting ready to start her career. But before she does that, she's going to Bora. And, wait, is that right?
Somewhere sunny.
Yeah, somewhere tropical. And, to have her last hurrah before she settles down. And, of course, she meets the man of her dreams and decides to stay there, get married. And so they have to team up to try to keep her from making the same mistake they made, which was getting married too quickly. So anyway, lots of funny things.
Yes, and I'm sure that the writing's on the wall on how it may or may not end, but who cares?
I know. And then there even another little fun thing is the end credits, they show bloopers. So make sure you stay in your seat for that because it's really funny. But just even the little incidental characters are so good and well thought out, and really contributed to the humor of the movie. But I just loved it. I loved every minute of it. And, it's been a long time since we've had a good romantic comedy that's not rated R.
Also, you don't have to worry about, they're going to have a sequel. Do they leave you hanging? It's just a movie.
Yeah.
Just, from start to end. I saw in an interview recently, I thought it was cute that she has him, George Clooney, in real life, Julia Roberts, saved in her phone as Batman. That's like their friendship or whatever. Because that one time he played Batman.
Yeah.
And so, anyway, that spills over to their chemistry online.
And I thought George played such a good father in this movie. I think actually, there have been movies where he's had like teenage daughters. But, of course, they're aging in real life, so their kids on screen will be getting older. But I just felt like he was very endearing. I don't know. They sold it. I thought it was just well written and well acted and kind of believable, Mm-hmm. I think you see, I think it's a kind of a true to life story, really.
So what else we got?
Well, there's actually a couple more that are streaming this weekend. One actually started yesterday, and it's called The School of Good and Evil. And it's sort of like, I heard one of the actors being interviewed, actually the director, and it's Paul Feig, who he did the Ghostbusters remake, not the last one, but the one before, with the all-female. But he's known he did Bridesmaids. He's known for all these comedies. He's very successful. His brother is kind of the mastermind behind all the Marvel redos or movies, the universe. But it's kind of like Harry Potter meets Mean Girls. And so it's these two teenage girls. One is clearly feels like she's the good one. The other one feels like she's the bad one. They go off to school and are assigned to the opposite schools. So the good one goes to the bad and vice versa. And so they're trying to figure out why and trying to get to the school they want to be in. But I've actually started watching it. I got about halfway through it and ran out of time. And so far it's really good. The special effects aren't great, but it's, good for a TV movie.
I'm always down for something I can watch at home.
Yeah. And I was going to tell you, Ticket to Paradise will be on Peacock in 45 days. So if you're really anxious to see it, go on. And it's only expected to make about $15 million, whereas Black Adam is like 50-60 million. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it's going to come out on top this weekend, but I think it's going to get a good crowd.
I hope it does.
Yeah.
That way they make more of those kinds.
Yeah, and it already got $1 million yesterday, with just the sneak peek. So that's a good start.
That is a very good start. You mentioned some more streamings?
In addition to that, we've also got... what was the movie you and I were talking about last week with...
I saw a few. So
The
Luckiest Girl Alive.
Luckiest Girl Alive. That's another one that's been out for a couple of weeks now. That's really good to check out. Definitely just adults, though.
Yes. And what is it when someone... Inheritance.
Yes.
Inheritance. I have to say that one's good.
Yeah.
That one has some twists and turns and oh my gods, but the acting's good and it leaves you're pretty... surprised, you're pretty surprised to the very end.
Yeah, and I guess the next big theatrical movie after this weekend is going to be Black Panther. Wakanda Forever is coming out November 11th. And
Do we
then
still not know who the new one is?
No, I mean I think everybody, probably comic book fans, have a better idea, but everybody's kind of got their theories out there as to who's going to have that suit on.
A well-kept secret for Hollywood.
Yeah, and also the following week, She Said is coming out, which is a movie about Harvey Weinstein, so that's going to be interesting. The whole time, they actually had a trailer for that when I went to see Ticket to Paradise, and the whole time I thought, gosh, what does it feel like for him to be the guy behind all of these movies, and now there's a movie about him.
Wasn't there another movie made about it had like Charlize Theron and some other ladies?
Yeah. And she looked just like the reporter she was playing.
Oh, what's her face? Yeah.
I can't, I'm blanking out
Megan.
today.
Oh, Rhino Help. Sinking.
It seems like it's a one-word title.
She had her moment on NBC, then they kicked her off. What's her face?
Megan Kelly.
Yes. Yes, that was who there's. Anyway, lots to go see, but my eyes are on Ticket for Paradise, so I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I'm glad you
for
gave it 2
sure.
thumbs up. All right, you guys stick with us. We got more for you up next.